Well, good morning, and greetings from Christopher Newport Hall, the Brower Room, overlooking our beautiful campus, the Great Lawn. And it's wonderful to see so many students and colleagues back again. This year, we're beginning a journey unlike any other. There's good news about recent successes and accolades of all kinds, even in these difficult times. But first, I want to talk about what lies immediately before us. Why are we working so hard to bring our students back to campus and instruct them in person? Well, our students want to be here, and they're excited to be back on campus. Indeed, our fall enrollment is essentially the same as last year, only 82 fewer students than last fall. Moreover, in-person instruction and this on-campus experience is who we are. It's what makes Christopher Newport special. At Christopher Newport, we have gifted professors who instruct and inspire our students in small classes, face-to-face. I'm very grateful for our faculty. Almost 70% of our classes this fall will be taught in person. No other public college or university in Virginia approaches that number. Furthermore, lessons about leadership, honor, and service, about respect and tolerance for others. These are all best learned by living together in an academic community. So my profound thanks to all of you for all that you do each and every day. There are almost 1,300 of us. Everyone works hard and contributes mightily to making this place precious. The plan for our return to campus has been crafted by many good and thoughtful colleagues, and it must be executed by all of us. Here are some of the key elements of what we've done thus far. We've staggered the residence hall move-ins so to reduce the number of visitors at any one time, and we've screened the health of each student as they've arrived on campus. We're all required to complete daily symptom screening. In the next few days, we'll roll out an improved version of this screening process in an app called Campus Clear. We've reduced the density of common areas in the student union, in the library, in our classrooms, our dining facilities, offices, and residence halls. We've moved our largest classes online and moved others into much bigger spaces. We've increased cleaning and sanitizing of high-traffic areas. We've canceled athletic events, performances, and conferences. We've eliminated university-sponsored travel, but we'll continue to support virtual conferences and presentations. We're extending the hiring freeze. Exceptions will only be made in extraordinary cases and only with my approval. Our campus is closed to the general public, and we welcome only those visitors and contractors that are expressly invited. For example, the admission office will bring prospective students to our campus, but all those visits will be scheduled and tours limited to one family per tour guide. Other rare exceptions to that strict visitation policy may be granted by the provost or vice presidents, but only for compelling reasons. We're now able to isolate and quarantine students and assist the Virginia Department of Health in tracing contacts to prevent the spread of the virus. This week, we launched a dashboard on our website which reports the number of students and employees who have tested positive for COVID-19 virus, been on campus in the last 14 days, and are in isolation. Much uncertainty remains, but one thing is positive. If this is going to work, we're going to have to do it together. Here are the simple rules we must all follow. Wear a mask when you're on the way to class, in class, on the Great Lawn or the Trible Plaza, outside your office or residence hall room, in the library or the student union, or any of our buildings. Physically distance. Stay at least 6 feet apart. Do daily symptom screening. It only takes a few seconds every morning. Wash your hands frequently. Don't leave your room or your house if you have fever or feel sick. And beware of social gatherings, on campus or off campus, and no large parties. No gatherings of more than 20, and follow the rules. Wear your mask and physically distance. Participate in contact tracing when the need arises. Follow directions for isolation and quarantine when instructed to do so. The severity of this virus and its impact on people's health and lives requires us to honor these measures, and these rules will be enforced. But let me say this. The well-being of this campus community is all important, and we will change course if necessary and send our students home and pivot to online instruction if there are cluster outbreaks or significant non-compliance with our requirements. So, we must all be the best versions of ourselves, and we must care about others. If we resolutely take these steps, we have a really good shot at remaining on campus until Thanksgiving. More importantly, we'll protect each other, demonstrating once again the kindness and the compassion, the heart that defines a captain. In a world that seems too often consumed by self, by money, by fame, power, even darkness, this mission is more important than ever. That's what makes Christopher Newport special. And that's what makes Christopher Newport an irresistible force. And even in these very difficult times, we have much to celebrate. Our freshman class is only a bit smaller than usual, 1,150 students. And the academic quality of our students remains impressive, with an average high school GPA of 3.8. Our President's Leadership Program class numbers 460, the largest class ever, with a 4.1 average high school GPA and a 1287 SAT. Our 124 students in the honors program earned a 4.28 average high school GPA and an average SAT of 1375, nearly 1,400. 23% of our freshman class are students of color, an increase over last year. 151 students are legacies, including 84 siblings. Our freshman to sophomore retention rate is 87.8%, 3 points higher than last year. Our four-year graduation rate is 69% versus 66% last year. And that's one of the highest four-year graduation rates among the 572 four-year public colleges and universities in America. And our six-year graduation rate is 80% versus 78% last year. President's Hall, our newest student residence, has been completed and opened and now houses 79 juniors and seniors. The Fine Arts Center, as we can see, is quickly taking shape and will be completed in the spring of 2021. The Fine Arts Center will bring an explosion of color and creativity to our campus and contribute powerfully to the cultural and economic success of our community and our Commonwealth. Success in our community and Commonwealth also requires equity and social justice, sparked by the killing of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery. This has been a summer of pain and protest. Many of our students have marched, and many of us have joined them in the call for deep and systemic change. We have a duty to hear our students' voices, to see their fears, and to help them in their struggle. I'm pleased that Dr. Angela Springer has agreed to serve as Christopher Newport's Chief Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Officer. She'll work with students, faculty, staff, and alumni to ensure that every member of this university community feels seen, safe, and valued, and that together we implement the university's strategic plan for diversity and inclusion. There's much more to say, but let me bring these remarks to an end by looking to the future and the close of this academic year. On May 1st and 2nd, 2021, we'll celebrate the graduation of the class of 2020. Even though these students have already earned their degrees, we'll honor them on the Great Lawn with their families, with our faculty, and with their classmates. The following weekend, we'll honor the class of 2021 with all the ceremony and celebration that is our tradition. On commencement day, these students will toss a penny into the Saunders Fountain for good luck. When they sign the honor code as freshmen, they received that lucky penny. As I shared with our freshmen, these are the words that accompany each penny, written by our beloved professor, Dr. Tracy Swartz. And I quote her words: "This penny is but a small tribute to the spirit of honor of all those who learn and lead here. To give your word and keep it as a person of integrity, to treasure the life of the mind and the spirit of intellectual inquiry, to value richness of character over richness of purse, to give because to you much has been given, to seek important work and do it with your whole heart. Keep this faith as you become a citizen of Christopher Newport, of this nation and the world. And one day, as you remember the grandeur of the Ferguson Center, the beauty of the Great Lawn, the tranquility of the James, and the friends and mentors of your youth, you will know that you've lived a life of honor and significance." End of quote. These words beautifully express why our work is so important and why it must go on. So in the face of so many challenges, let us begin this year committed to doing all we possibly can and doing it with our whole hearts and our minds together. Go Captains!